Hey, back at the office, got my mask, socially distancing, and doing everything I can to keep myself, my friends, my colleagues, and my family and my neighbors safe. We're obviously torn up, just like the rest of you are, with the ongoing pandemic and the economic impact that it has had on our nation and our world, preventing a lot of our friends and neighbors from just going to work and providing for their families. And of course, we are not lost on the tragic death of Mr. Floyd, and we have acknowledged that in every one of these video series in the last few months, and how we're all coming together as a nation, I hope. Because out of our great nation, remember our motto, out of many, one. We need to come together with unity and healing and prayer, and we need to do it fast. So today, something I want to talk about comes up in the practice regularly, and it's something a lot of people all too often, including myself over the years, have been dismissive of, and that is getting your affairs in order. And what does that mean? Your wills, your directives for your power of attorney, who's going to be in charge of you medically if you become disabled or hurt, who's going to be in charge of you financially, your Texas durable power of attorney, and what a will can and cannot do. So I'm going to touch base on this subject again. I think it's critical to revisit this from time to time, because notoriously people in the legal business are the worst about it. So one of the things that sparked this in my mind is that right now, maybe not at the volume we have done in years past, but thousands of college students are departing into the world to go back to their college campuses. They are driving long distances in motor vehicles on interstates, and you ask your insurance actuary, they'll all tell you the most dangerous thing you can do is get behind the wheel and get on an interstate. It's where most fatality accidents happen, and encounters with 18-wheelers and other accidents, negligent drivers, texting drivers, or worse, happen on the interstate. So, these kids are leaving home, they're adults, you're no longer in charge of them, you're just their next of kin. What happens if they are temporarily or permanently disabled as a result of a 18-wheeler crash? And literally I had this very similar case just a few years ago. So, young college student on the side of the road, fixing the car, 18-wheeler whacks student and car off the road. Student has a traumatic brain injury, but is an adult. Mom and dad are not in charge of the student. They are not in charge of the student's affairs. A simple fix that I encourage every college age student and parent to think about is power of attorney. It takes the place of the very complex, complicated, and expensive guardianship, which most of us do not need, and I promise you I'll do a dive on that in one of these video series. You don't want a guardianship at all if you can avoid it. And sometimes you gotta have one, and it's the right thing for the right case, but there's a lot of times there's a better alternative.